It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Condors and the Elks, and it's coming up next.
With the Wasatch Mountains overlooking us, EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the capital city of Utah, Salt Lake City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Condors of Oakland and the Salt Lake City Elks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll try the air now with Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Here's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. In motion right is Wilson. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Here's Watson. Being chased out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Condors will strike first here, this wild card matchup. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Baron Browning coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Stroud. This is White on the screen. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Pacheco. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Watson. Five yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Watson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2. Here comes 3rd down at 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Stroud working out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. In motion right goes Adams. Stroud to throw it. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
1st down, here's White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Going right side is White. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And Stroud now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Stroud looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, third and long. Throwing now is Stroud. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Stroud. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 22. They go with White on the counter. And he gets it down to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Stroud. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Deshaun Hand. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Stroud. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Deshaun Hand, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
His throw incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. They'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw, Watson. This is caught. Touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Condors will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Stroud out of the gun here. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down inside the 30. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, let's remind everyone what we've got coming up in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got a good one on tap, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Stroud. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stroud. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deshaun Hand able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. To throw is Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here's Watson. And down he'll go at the 25. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Pacheco. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. A handoff now for Pacheco. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They defer to White out of the shotgun. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one good for 37 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go up the middle with White. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Adams the man in motion right. Now Stroud. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Stroud. And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McBride from 4 yards out. And the Elks have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Watson. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Now 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the handoff, it's Pacheco, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Pacheco diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Stroud to throw it. Pressure comes and down he goes. Terrell Lewis in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here's Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
That almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw.
Eight yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Stroud looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Gets the check down throw to White. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. A short one here, caught by McBride. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion right goes Adams. Here goes Stroud again. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Watson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Once more, it's Pacheco. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They'll try and run with Pacheco. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 10, a little under 1:50 remaining. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. Here's Stroud. He's got McBride. And out across midfield down to the 45. Stroud. Goes right back to McBride. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Stroud to throw it. Caught by Wilson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Now 1st and goal. Now Stroud. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So now the story changes. Trailing by 4. And time, a huge factor. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road, in the playoffs, as they've got it with a first down. can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here comes second down. Here's Watson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Now Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.